Good morning, guys. My name's Alula. We're back with another video. I'm up extra early this morning, this fine Sunday morning, because I had a nightmare. Alula, you had a nightmare? You're a grown man. I know, it was a crazy nightmare. It was about this team in yellow, purple, and white. I don't want to say their names for like copyright reasons, but they were yellow, purple, white, like Bayou Bengals, like complete trash swamp team, doesn't matter. And like I had this nightmare that they were like amazing defense, like 2000 Ravens, 85 Bears, 2012, 2013 Seahawks. Couldn't believe how great this defense was. So it just shocked me. I woke up, it shocked me so bad. And I was like, I need to look this team up. I looked it up. I found out the name of the team, garbage team that I'm not even gonna bother saying. And I had a relief. Oh, they allowed 55 points. They're not an actual good defense. Not even a great, definitely not a great, not good, not even average, not even below average. Just a complete shit defense. And I may have wagered a few dollars on this team last night, but I don't want to get into specifics. Okay? It was a mistake. We all make mistakes. Now, your boy Alula made the same mistake twice. That makes me an idiot. I made the same mistake week one. I watched Jordan Travis bend them over. And then this week, what do I see now? Another quarterback, Jackson Dart, bending him over. Pretty pathetic, but it is what it is. That's who they are. Let's move on to the eggs. Sunday morning, we like our eggs. And, I got to get my notes. Here I am walking around without my notes. First pick, though, let's get straight into it. Jags -3. All right, listen, guys. You guys know how I feel about bounce-back games. And if I haven't talked about it, I'm talking about it now. Teams that get blown out the week before, I like to wager on those teams. Jags -3 in London. Jags are like the kings of London. They always do it. We all know Desmond Ridder cannot play quarterback. He's not competent. I think this is a relatively easy pick. And it's a little concerning why it's only -3. Let me grab my notes. But it is, so you know what I mean? Moving on. This one is going to strike some people the wrong way, but Broncos -3. Alula, why would I want to touch the Broncos? Let me tell you why. The Broncos offense actually hasn't been that bad in the first half when you look at the numbers. Also, the Bears are missing their two best defensive backs, Eddie Jackson, safety out of Alabama, and Jalen Johnson, a corner I really liked coming out of college back in 2020 from Utah. What does that tell me? That tells me Sutton and Judy might be able to do a couple things, and Justin Fields just isn't seeing the field properly right now. So I do think Broncos -3 is a solid bet. I think they'll win by at least 3, so it's a push at the worst. I really like this one. Next, you guys might not like this one, but I'm starting to love it. Browns -2.5. Now, the reason I didn't post this video a couple days ago is because I was trying to get as much information as I could on the Browns. I wanted to, because Deshaun Watson might not play. But he said, I'm okay, I'll play. I waited a couple, more hours to see if the line movement would go up and down. It's back to 2.5. It was down to 1.5 on Friday, I believe. Now it's at 2.5. So what can we tell? What can we take from this? He's going to play. The Ravens have a lot of injuries on that O-line and around their perimeter. And I just think the Browns are a better overall team. They have a better roster. If Deshaun Watson is relatively healthy, I think he's going to be able to move the ball. And I do think the Browns can cover that spread. -2.5, another one of the eggs. So we got a -3, a -3, a -2.5. That's usually a bad sign whenever you're making bets. But you know what? This week, this is what I like. So it's just that simple. And last but not least, again, this one's a little bit hard for me. It's a little bit hard for me. But I'm going to go Cowboys -6. I'm taking a lot of favorites, all favorites. That's usually a horrible sign. But let me tell you why I like Cowboys -6. Cowboys got embarrassed last week. Let's just tell how it is. They got embarrassed. Now, they're at home. They're playing a quarterback that is probably a little bit undervalued, but he really hasn't been playing like an average NFL quarterback even. Mac Jones has been struggling in more ways than not. And I really feel like this Cowboys defense is going to be out to prove something against a Patriots offense that, let's face it, has a lack of weapons. They just don't have enough to beat you on the outside, and they're not. And to me, even though the Cardinals had a lot of success running on them, I don't think the Cowboys are going to let the Patriots go in there and run on them. You know, it is a 6-point spread, so that's always kind of scary. But again, all the other games that I could have picked, I don't really like the spots that they're at. Like the Rams-Colts game, I wouldn't touch that game at all. Steelers-Texans, I like Steelers -3. I'll probably do the money line maybe, but I feel more comfortable with Dak bounce back game at the crib. This just feels like a game the Cowboys win like 30-20, with all that being said, let's review the picks one more time. Jags -3, Broncos -3, Browns -2.5, Cowboys -6. You guys stay safe out there. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we have another 4-0 week. We went 4-0 last week. We're 9-1-1 right now in the season. Jags kicks off in 2 hours. Let's get it, baby. Have a great Sunday.